The hills have eyes, or certainly the darkness has eyes and noises too. What's in your attic? Would you know? Who's coming to visit? We delve in more and more and more, don't we, to the Slater case. And we find out more and more and more. Now we can look at the small circle, the small picture. We can look at the larger picture. The larger picture has other witnesses, other situations, other pieces of crime. You thought I was going to say something else then, didn't you? Other pieces of. These are human beings. Okay, they do things wrong. We need to find out the bigger picture of what they were doing wrong. So we need to find out from them. Now they were there before that fateful morning. The timelines need to be worked out, don't they? Because there are discrepancies in the texts and the times on the texts, and also the charging bar needs to be worked out because that was different. It's just something that sticks in my mind. Other things that stick in my mind are it could have a bearing of what was being planned when some of them arrived on the 8th of June. Some even before that. Some were working. They work on and off in a small capacity perhaps on that island of Tenerife. They get involved in certain things. We've said that weed sales over there are legal, so you can sell weed in cafes, etc. And they may sell something a little bit harder, a little bit more expensive, a little bit more profitable. So what was going on the 8th of June when some of them arrived? The fateful day of the 17th of June was a bit after, and there was time to plan, wasn't there? To plan something. We need to find out what was going on, what was being planned. And if you want to hear my take on it a little bit more for the next 10 minutes, then come a bit closer, step on in, shout this one out. Come on, into the world of Aldon's Reviews and True Crime.
Looks like evidence to me. Whatever it is for tracking.
Pull up a chair again to my table. Make yourself a coffee. So what was it that they were doing from the 8th, say? We won't delve in before that, even though that could have a bearing. What were they doing on the 8th? So what were they planning? What was the fight all about, Brandon? Now, it was said that was you, Lee Byrne. You were instigating that fight because something was perhaps stolen from you. But in that fight, it didn't really look like you, Lee, because you have lighter coloured hair. This smaller guy than Brandon had dark hair by the look of it. So whether that was you or not, if you just inform us whether it was not in a short way or a defensive way, just come on board and let us know whether it was you or not. Brandon, we know it was you because Lucy has said that it was you anyway, and it was a silly altercation apparently. So what was the meaning of why you were there? Also, Rocky, what were you doing there with LK and the other guy and Ahab? Because the other guy was seen when you were, was it at the airport? or somewhere else that you were picking up Ahab, who was hiding his face. They say he was doing some sort of gang sign, I don't know. But it seemed to be hiding his face. Just need to come clear. Just need to come clean about that, really. What's going on? There is an age gap between LK and yourself, Ahab, and even Jay, Brandon. What are guys like you doing with the younger guys? Now, I know you've been to prison as well, Rocky. So what was the charge? I don't want to repeat what other people have said because that could have been made up. What was the charge? I'm not saying that you're going to carry out those sort of things now or anybody else within that group is, but why did you come together in that group? So what was going on? So LK, convicted person, young guy, very young, I don't know. You couldn't have been at prison together, could you? Because of the age gap. Surely he would have been in a young offenders institution. You would have been in an adult prison. So I don't know how you know each other that way. Did you know his dad, or I don't know what was? Why were you there on holiday, or were you working? Were you working in like a local cafes or something there? I don't know. What's Brandon? Why were you there? Do you have family there? Just simple, friendly questions, friendly communication. And then we can perhaps establish some sort of pattern. I'm not saying that you guys were involved, and then we might find out what happened to Jay because he didn't walk up into those mountains. He didn't fall off the ravine. He didn't think, I'm going to walk back to my hotel across. No one in their right mind, whether they were drunk, drugged up, had severe autism, they just weren't walking in the direction of a load of cactuses or dirt trails. You just wouldn't do it. So what happened? Where was he going? He wouldn't have gone up in the Airbnb, a lonely place, unless he was being protected from somewhere or someone. Just doesn't make sense. Doesn't make sense at all. And the slip up Ahab that you said that, I won't go into that one again, but you said that Jay was with his friend, not his friend, So it all needs to be laid out, and you can eliminate yourselves from the inquiry. This is social media, so it's relaxed. We're all relaxed. We all want to know. We want to know what happened to Jay, really, don't we? And if it was something untoward, we want that person punished in some way, don't we? We want to know what this rumour is of the body in the ravine not being identified. It's just really strange, not being identified. It wasn't identified properly, we know that. All these daft questions. We're just intrigued to know. We want to know. We want to know. So off we go. So be careful out there. If you're going to bed, don't have any nasty dreams. And if you're going about your business, be aware, try to be aware if you can, what's going on around you. And I'll be back with another case review tomorrow. So thank you for watching. And do be very, very careful.